Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm showing you how I do my braid out with perm rods. If you're interested, keep on watching. I'm only using two products, and one is this Joico blowout cream, as well as this mousse and perm rods. So I'm going to start in the back of my head, and in the back I did 3 braids. And I'm using this brush. I got it from Amazon. I'll link it down below. So I use about that much of the cream, and I really work that in from roots to tips. Okay, so I'm really working it in, and then I'm gonna brush that in to make sure it's evenly distributed. And then I go in with about that much mousse over top of that cream, working that in as well. And the key to getting the most definition is making sure that you are detangling. If your hair is tangled, it's not going to be as defined. You're going to have a lot of frizz. So just make sure that you are really working your products in and detangling as you go. So as you can see, I am really braiding the roots of my hair pretty tight because I don't want it to be too poofy in that area. So I'm making sure that it's nice and tight up there, and then I do a tight braid down. So this is not a lazy braid. I'm making sure I really make this braid nice and tight so I can get some good definition. So as you can see, I'm adding more mousse to the ends because I want those to be shiny and soft and bouncy. We don't want any frizz. This is my first time using this Joico blowout cream. It's so good. It's great for a heat protectant. It protects your hair from heat damage up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to be sitting under a hooded dryer. And if you've been under a hooded dryer before, you know that thing gets super duper hot. So I'm happy that I use this to protect my gorgeous locks. So yeah, I really love this blowout cream. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. And my curls was popping. My hair feels so light and fluffy and bouncy. So I'm glad I used it. And a little bit on this mousse. So I've used this mousse before on braids, and the braids be so pretty and shiny, and it really sets the style when I use it. So something clicked in my head today, like, use this for your braid out, girl. And I was like, I'm gonna give it a try, because if it had them braids shiny and just looking all good the way it do, then it got to have my hair looking good like that too. So I'm so happy I tried it. It's a game changer. So if you haven't tried this mousse, run out and get that.
Dip me underway. You can feel my flow. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe, and wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
I applied this mousse to my edges just to, I don't know, make everything become one. It made sense in my head. But yeah, I did that. no hair left behind, no edges left behind. And once I did that, I sprayed my hair with some Aussie holding spray, not too much, just enough to help set the style. And then I sat under my hooded dryer for 1 hour. Before removing my perm rods, I like to go ahead and soak my hands with that hair serum. I literally put so much on there because I want them to be nice and slippery so I don't create any type of frizz. And as you can see, I've started taking my braids down. And when you are taking your braid down, try your best to keep them separate. Sometimes when you're taking them down, you can kind of tug at one of them and create some frizz, but just try to make sure that you're taking them down nice and slow. Don't rush. This is a very delicate process, okay? And another tip, when you're doing your braid, as you're braiding, try to make sure that you keep those 3 strands separate. Like, don't mix and mingle the hair. You know how sometimes when you're braiding down, a piece of one of those strands will mix with the other? Don't do that. Just, you want everything to be separate, nice and uniform. You ain't gonna have no frizz if you do that. When it comes to separating my hair, I don't separate every piece. When I feel it and run my fingers kind of across it, if I feel that it's naturally separating on its own, that's when I do it. And I go ahead and give the ends a nice little twirl to redefine the curls on the ends. And when it comes to the top portion, the root section of my hair, the only agenda for me is to remove the parts. I'm not really trying to create any volume or anything, for real, just maybe a tiny bit, but really what I'm trying to do is remove the parts. Well, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video because I enjoyed creating this video for you, and I hope it was helpful for someone. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.